At the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, once you've beaten the final boss and finished the game, for those of you that are unaware, depending on the difficulty that you play on, which I'll say in a second, you can actually unlock Kingdom Hearts 3's secret ending simply called Yozora, which is an obvious reference to the main protagonist of Verum Rex, first shown off in the toy box world when you first arrive. If you played KH4 on beginner mode, you'll actually have to collect all 90 lucky emblems in the game just to unlock the movie. For those of you that played on standard though, you'll only have had to collect 60 of them to unlock it. And finally, those of you who played on Proud like me, you'll only need to collect 30 of them in order to gain access to the secret movie Yozora. Now, when watching the secret movie, I'm sure we all had a pretty similar reaction. What? Yo, what's going on? And other things along those lines. With seeing Sora in Shibuya, as we can clearly see by the 10-4 building behind him, and Riku appears to have landed in Verum Rex based off the setting we see around him and comparing it to the setting of the Verum Rex game trailer we saw previously at the beginning of the toy box world. But what's particularly interesting about this trailer, putting aside Sora's situation and even the fact that Riku is in Verum Rex, is that we can tell from this movie that Nomura will be going forward with the idea of Verum Rex and tying it together with the next saga of Kingdom Hearts. Now, for those who mainly only keep up with Square Enix for Kingdom Hearts, over 10 years ago, development for a game called Final Fantasy Versus 13 began, and the director of the game was actually the well-known Tetsuya Nomura. But deep into the development and years into its creation, Nomura was actually taken off the project by Square Enix and was replaced by Hajime Tabata. The game was changed from Versus 13 to what we now know as Final Fantasy 15. Now, I'm not even going to begin to try to say why or how this situation revolved around Nomura's replacement as director of the project when, as there's a ton of theories and stories that have been told, but in the grand scheme of things, regardless of what happened back then, it's kind of irrelevant to the video. Going forward, 15 has mostly been received as a mixed reviewed product. Some find it wonderful while others find it disappointing and overall nothing special. Many fans found themselves disappointed on how 15 ended up turning out, especially those who followed the game for many years. Personally, I don't think anyone was as disappointed as Tetsuya Nomura was about the final product of Final Fantasy 15. The characters he truly connected with and had huge plans that could change Final Fantasy as a whole forever and truly make an unforgettable experience that every JRPG fan should go through, and to have that stripped from you with nothing you could do about it, I most definitely believe that really did hurt Tetsuya Nomura. And when that happened, I believe Nomura decided to let Versus 13 be revived not as a Final Fantasy game, but as a major influence into the story of Kingdom Hearts after the conclusion of the Dark Seeker saga. It's hard to not make comparisons between Verum Rex and Versus 13, as many of the protagonists have very recognizable attributes that mirror what the cast of Versus 13 had. A hat that looks very similar to Arden from 15's, the main character looking like a color palette swap of the main character Noctis, and much more. But if you're still not convinced Nomura is trying to revive Versus 13 as Verum Rex, there's a few more things I feel you'll find quite convincing. The main character from Verum Rex is known as Yozora, which translates from Japanese to night sky. Then let's go over to Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. His name is Noctis Kylum, which translates from Latin to be night sky as well. Going even further, let's look at the title of the game Verum Rex. The word Verum can mean two similar things in the Latin language, one as a noun and the other as an adjective. The word means the truth when being used as a noun, but when being used as an adjective, the word simply means true. As a noun, it can be used in contexts such as a true something or a true thing. Anyone who's played Final Fantasy 15 can definitely see where I'm going with this already. But going further, the other half of the game's name, Rex, is Latin for king, which greatly explains the overarching truth of who Noctis Kylum is in Final Fantasy 15, that being the true king. So with that, let's take a step back for a second to recollect what we've gathered. The story of Verum Rex will have heavy influence over the story of Kingdom Hearts as a whole, going forward past the Dark Seeker saga. The title Verum Rex together as a whole means true king, which correlates to Noctis Kylum in Final Fantasy 15 being the true king. The main character of Verum Rex, known as Yozora, isn't just a very similar looking character to Noctis. In a sense, he is Noctis, just in the same way Nomura dreamed of him being, as the name Yozora means night sky in Japanese, just as Noctis Kylum means night sky in Latin. These two things can't be written off as just coincidences, as it's hard to accidentally take a meaning and going with a different language to name your protagonist. But none of this is me saying this is a bad thing though. I truly feel bad for Nomura and the turn of events for his old project of Final Fantasy Versus 13, but I'm happy that even though it's not the same, mainly as character designs and names are different now, he finally gets to make the game he wanted to for a very long time, and even gets to integrate with it his own series, Kingdom Hearts. But what do you guys think about this? Are you convinced Tetsuya Nomura is attempting to revive Versus 13 as Verum Rex, or do you feel that they're just coincidences? Definitely let me know down in the comments below. Going even further, I also have a Discord server, so if you'd like to be able to talk with others in the community, myself included, the link to the Hidden Kingdom server is definitely down there in the description. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by leaving a like and sharing this video with a friend to blow their minds too, and hitting the bell after subscribing will make sure you never miss another video like this ever again. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is KingdomAce, and remember, my loyal knights, to always fly skyward.